Yeah, greetings. Yeah, today we're going to talk a little bit about sickle cell anemia. We're going to have that video on ADHD on Friday. Alright, it's tomorrow. But today we're going to talk about sickle cell because we have these doctors running around in Grenada talking about sickle cell can't fix and you know what I'm saying, and have these patients and all these pain medication and you know what I'm saying. So we're going to talk about how to repair sickle cell. You know what I mean? And how to prevent all the sickle cell crisis that we're going to talk about today. Alright? Sickle cell, 60,000 African Americans suffer from that. And it affects African people of African descent, some people from the Mediterranean, and some East Indian people because they all come from black people. Reality. So that's what it is. Yeah? Now, they try to make you feel that sickle cell is genetic. That's not true. Genes, again, that's what the medical system says. Genes. Alright. Now, sickle cell comes from lack of oxygen to the red blood cells. Hemoglobin. So then, if the red blood cells is moving and it become clump because there's no oxygen to the cells, see, it can't move through the system. So you start to get what we call bad circulation. That's what it is, lacking of oxygen to the cells. So what happens to the sickle cell patient is because there's lacking of oxygen, everything slows up, even the cell membranes too. So the sickle cell patient get a few symptoms. Jaundice, which is a symptom of a disease. See, not the disease now. Yellowness of the eyes. They get joint pain. They get ulcers. They get organ damage. See, and all these are symptoms that come from sickle cell anemia, right? Now, what happens to you when you have sickle cell? What do they give you in the medical system? They give you folic acid. That's all they give you. And folic acid is good because it deals with cell division, but it don't create oxygen to your cells. So let's talk about certain things now that create oxygen to your cells and prevent your cells from becoming sickle. Zinc, the mineral zinc. Zinc is found in your thymus gland, and it helps the thymus gland to produce thymosin so you could create all your lymphocytes. And if there is not enough zinc in the thymus gland, your thymus gland would shrink prematurely. You need 50 milligrams of zinc per day because zinc prevents your cell from becoming sickle. They don't tell you that. Second one is vitamin E. If there is not enough vitamin E in the sickle cell patient, they won't have enough oxygen to the red blood cells. So vitamin E does what? Create oxygen to your cells and prevent the cell membranes from collapsing because it strengthens the cell membranes. Studies have proven that too. So you must take 50 milligrams of zinc per day to prevent your cells from becoming like that, sickle. And in order for you to create oxygen to your cells now, because that's what your cells need, oxygen, so you can move better, you need some what? Some vitamin E, 800 IU per day. When you have sickle cell anemia, you must use the B complex. And you must use more than the RDA allowance. So you're looking for B100. 100 milligrams of all the Bs every single day. Plus, your B6 should be taken separate. 300 milligrams. And you need 1,200 or 3,000 micrograms of the B12 in the liquid form. And you must take your B12 or your B vitamins with your minerals because they don't work without each other. Don't forget that. And always with your meals and before your bedtime. And also don't forget that if you're taking vitamin E and you're taking iron, do not take them at the same time because iron cancels out vitamin E. And if vitamin E is cancelled out because you're taking too much iron at the same time, then you will have a sickle cell crisis. So always take your vitamin E at least 2 to 3 hours before you take your iron. Don't forget, an organic iron now, not the synthetic one. So you need your B12 separate, and you need 3,000 micrograms of B12 in the liquid form to prevent what? A sickle cell crisis. You don't get a joint pain taking the B12 in the liquid form. When you have sickle cell, you must take vitamin C buffered. Buffered means that you keep in the vitamin C in solution of 6.0 to 7.0 alkaline, because calcium and magnesium act as what we call buffering agents. So you need 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C per day, spaced out during the day because it's a water-soluble vitamin. 2,000 milligrams in the morning, 2,000 milligrams in the evening, and 1,000 milligrams at night. Buffered vitamin C, because what vitamin C does, it prevents the infection that all these sickle cellers get. And it helps with the tissues. It strengthens the tissues and prevent infection. So you don't get trouble in your organs, especially your liver. You understand? 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C per day, buffered. You'll never get a sickle cell crisis, or you'll never get a breakout. You'll never get ulcers, bad circulation, or troubles in your organ system, because you're lacking in these minerals and vitamins. And that's why you have sickle cell crisis on a regular basis. Now, when you have sickle cell, remember we said the cell becomes sickle because of what? Lacking of oxygen to the cells. So the cells don't have what you call elasticity, can't move well. So you get clogged up stuff. Your organs start to suffer. Your liver start being messed up. You start to get jaundice because now you have bile being stagnated in your liver. So you have to do what? Use herbs that deal with circulation. Here they are. Ginkgo biloba, one of the best herbs for proper circulation and thinning the blood. Next one is called lycium fruit. They call it goji berry. Good for the eyes, but it works on your liver and keep the liver intact. Keep the liver from being distorted by sickle cell. And collinsonia. Collinsonia is one of the best herbs for vascular integrity. Collinsonia does. It helps to strengthen the veins, strengthen the mucous membranes, strengthen the cell membranes. So when the blood is moving and the cells is moving, your cell don't become sickle and all the cell membrane becomes strong. And vitamin E also strengthens your cell membranes. Those are the things you must use if you are a sickler. Otherwise, you'll never fix it. And they give you a drug for chemotherapy that works, but what it does, it suppresses your bone marrow and causes you to have more side effects. So your best choice is to increase oxygen to the cell by doing either oxygen therapy or B12 liquid form, vitamin E, 800 IU per day, vitamin C buffered, and zinc to prevent your cells from becoming sickle. And all my patients who is on this program don't even have a sickle cell crisis more than 3 years. So that tells you that you are lacking in oxygen to your cells. And in order for you now to fix sickle cell, you must go on a holistical program. Give God the glory. Have a blessed day. All right.